Welcome in, everybody. It's the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg. I'm being joined by the yellow hat wearing. I was trying to turn this into like a Ric Flair thing, like limousine riding, jet flying, yellow hat wearing, Packers, Tarrant.
Sure.
I don't know. Whatever. Here he is. It's Flexi, and he's hot.
That was quite an effort.
Yeah,
and
sorry.
For anybody who is wondering, Greg's radio voice is actually his real voice. Like, he doesn't just try to sound like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to KWZE.
Woohoo!
Yeah. KDZE. It's D's nuts all the time.
Oh, love it.
That'd be so good. Well, thank you for letting people know this is really how I talk.
Yeah, well, you just have such a great voice. And I just want everybody to know that it's just your regular voice.
My favorite is I listen to the Smart List podcast, and Will Arnett's on that, and talk about great voices. And sometimes he'll just break into some of his voiceover work, like his Reese's commercials or whatever. And like mid-podcast, he'll be like, "Not sorry." I laugh every time. I love that guy's got a great voice.
Well, somebody is a crush.
Yeah, I'd hit it. You're hotter, but I'd still,
wow.
I'd take either one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those kind of shows, everybody. Strap in. We got some stuffs to talk about, some beers to drink about, and a whole lot more. I'm going to start off real quickly and say that we were supposed to be joined by one of my favorite people, and that's Brittany Brewer from Naughty Pine Brewing, but she's having a shit show down at the brewery right now, so things are in pieces, and it's not going to happen, or it's not going to work out. So she's gluing things back together just in time for Emo Fest this weekend. But I'm going to talk about that in just a couple of few.
It's not that she's just nervous to be on the show.
No, right? I'm sure they didn't help. No one's more of an introvert than Britt, but I thought I'd finally convinced her. I was like, come on the show. Come on. I mean, she did the live show and had to get drunk first, but she did it.
Well, this would be a piece of cake then.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, look, there's no audience. You come over, you drink some beer with us. Maybe Flex takes his shirt off.
Sometimes that happens.
Quite often. Not enough, though. And so she was in for it. I think it was the shirt that really sold her. Definitely not the beer part, but things fell apart down at the brewery. So.
She'd probably be bringing her own beer.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on my show. Here's my own beer I brought for you.
It'd just be her and I trading beer. Like, she brings her beer, I'll give her some of my home brew.
Yeah,
obviously there'd be a clear winner there, and it wouldn't be me. So, all right. Speaking of beer, let me before we talk about Emo Fest. Well, there's going to be a theme to today's drinking, and that is beers from friends. I'm drinking Gnosis Brewing's Fritz. It's a German pilsner, and it comes to me from our good buddy Zack.
Hi, Zack. I miss Zack.
I miss Zack, too. If I had had a little more warning that Britt wasn't going to be able to make it, I would try to get Zack in here, but we'll work on something. Untapped has it at a 4.01. It's 5.4%, has 37 IBUs. And nice description. German Pils lager with Hallertau Mittelfrüh noble hops. Nice and easy.
A German Pils at a 4.01?
It's pretty respectable.
Are you sure you're looking on Untapped?
I am. Oh, this is friendly Untapped, not regular Untapped. I have the friendly filter on. No wonder. Yeah, it was hot as balls out here today. Like, the heat wave is just kicking in. It's going to be like 120 in the desert out here this week.
Wow, it's way too hot.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what I need? Goddamn crispy boy. That's what I need. So let me snick. Let me snick my tongue in here.
Not sure what that is, but I think you could figure it out.
So not a ton on the old schnoz, but you don't expect a ton from a Pils anyways.
No, absolutely not.
Clear as fuck, as it should be.
That is great looking.
Not a ton of lacing, but so it is a little lower on the carb, but overall it is so crispy and delightful and very light flavor. It says 37 IBUs, man. That doesn't even feel like that much. It's so well balanced and so crushable. I'm having to hold myself back from just slamming this one down the 9.
I love how clean it looks.
It's so clean.
That's something I absolutely love about like a really good Pilsner is seeing how clean the beer it is.
Yes. So good. It's so fresh and so clean. It's the perfect. Now I'm a little sad I didn't like take this to the lake with me. This is a really good lake beer. I'll be there this coming weekend. So
Well, now you just have to pack up some other pilsners and just dream about this one as you're,
I guess so.
Soaking in the rays, man.
Yeah, I have to wet dream about this one. So anyways, thank you, Zach, for this delicious, delicious beer. This is out of Merrillville, Indiana.
Oh, indeed. Doing something good.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Zach. We love you.
Glad it doesn't smell bad.
Yeah.
That's just Gary.
And at least it's not Canada.
Eh? They're very nice.
I just thought about Dildo Brewing because we always...
We need to go so bad. Like
you,
road
me, and
trip
Zach,
to Dildo.
we always send each other the Dildo Brewing page posts or whatever.
I mean, that shit fucking writes itself. It's called Dildo Brewing.
So brilliant.
Yeah. If you guys haven't seen, Dildo Brewing is a brewery in a place called Dildo. It's in Canada. I think it's Dildo Bay or Dildo Harbor or something like that.
I don't know. It's something like that.
But it's got the word dildo in it. So if you're a child like we are, follow them on the gram, Dildo Brewing.
Yeah, and it's on like Dildo Lane, like 123 Dildo Lane or something like that.
Yeah, something
it's
like that.
Completely absurd.
Like one time they posted like we're having a party. I was like, how great is this? A dildo party. And just everything writes itself. So go check out Dildo.
They got to be raking it in or something in.
Yeah, sticking it in. Come on. Too easy. Anyways, so Emo Fest. Let me get this out of the way. Britt was going to come talk about Emo Fest. Obviously, she can't make it, but I was there last year for the first one. This is the second one. Lots of bands lined up, including Not a Phase, which is a band that was there last year under a different name. There was some weird shit, and they had to, I think they kicked someone out and changed their name. But anyways, best emo cover band I've ever seen. Like, they fucking kill it, and they put on a great show. A bunch of vendors. I was a vendor there for CBR last year, and we're giving out some pretzel necklaces from Eric and all that stuff. It's a good time. So Saturday, July 15th, it starts at noon, goes till 10 p.m. She's also releasing her My Czech Romance Czech Czech Dark Lager, which is one of my favorite beers that she makes. So if you guys are in Conejo Valley, Ventura County, Southern California, whatever, go check out Emo Fest on Saturday.
Yeah, and even if you're not into the music or the scene, at least go for the beer, right?
Go for the beer release. That Czech pill, or why do I keep calling it Czech pills? Czech lager.
Because you're drinking the pills.
It must be. It's on the mind, but it is delicious. So I highly, highly recommend. All right, let's get to some important business here. First of all, Flex.
Yo,
4th of July. How was it?
It was,
do anything?
Like most holidays, I work. So I worked.
Okay.
And then we always celebrate my birthday with my in-laws on the 4th of July. Because you got the 4th, you have my birthday, and then you have my father-in-law's birthday, and then you have one of my daughter's birthdays. So there's just a lot of shit going on in July.
Yeah.
So to prevent
early July too.
Yeah. So to prevent like everybody's weekends being booked, just put it into like one day, roll it all in a ball, and just kind of chill out. So it was relaxing. We just cooked out, had some burgers, some brats, some hot dogs, some good beers, as usual. Very important. Didn't get any swimming in, but just importantly, some R&R for me. The holidays are always really busy and stressful. Yeah. So as long as I got, a patio, some beer, good company, good family. And then, the fireworks are actually, so I got to tell you, every year we usually watch the fireworks from afar.
Okay.
Because we're kind of the lazy people who don't want to get stuck in crowds.
Yeah, the parking situation.
Yeah, it's always a mess everywhere.
Yeah.
So this year we decided, you know what? We're going to go full-fledged right up to where they do the fireworks. Such a better time.
Oh, I thought you were going to say such a bad idea.
No, it was...
I saw the B forming in your mouth. I was like, he's going to say bad time.
No, because every year, we watch them from down the road. You could see everything except for the ground show. And every year we would watch them because also we used to live right down the street from where we would sit. So we would just walk like 3 minutes down, watch the show, and then just talk about how bad it was on the walk back up. So every year we would talk about how shitty the fireworks were. And going down to actually see them from where they light them off, it's just so much better.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be like a new tradition now to head down there.
But you're able to walk. You didn't have to go and park and all that shit, right?
No, we did have to drive. I mean, it's not very far.
The whole parking, last time I went to a firework event, drove to it, The whole parking and getting out of there thing.
Okay, so you got to think you're in like a suburb of LA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a suburb of Milwaukee. Our city's 14,000 people.
I think ours is like 100 and something.
Yeah, see, so that's like a little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
So if you're going to check fireworks out there or going into a crowd of a city with 100,000 people plus surrounding cities of people who know people, that's going to be a mess.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. I also have this other issue where, for so many years, and we happened to give it up at the end of 19, not knowing that a pandemic was coming. But for so many years, we were pass holders at Disneyland. And no one puts on a fucking better fireworks show than Disneyland does.
That's 100% accurate.
Yeah, and so it's like any fucking city ran fireworks show, it's just not as good. I'll go back to Disneyland and watch theirs.
Yep. But
also,
you know what else is weird about the 4th of July?
I
almost feel like it doesn't matter what city you live in the U.S. I mean, maybe Alabama aside, because who knows? But you can take beers, drinks anywhere you want to go throughout the city, like all day long.
It's like the one day.
And then they shoot the fireworks in our town from the baseball field at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And people are just rolling in with coolers and just open open intoxicants? Is that what
open containers?
Open containers, yeah. And just like having a great time in the high school parking lot.
It's weird, right?
Or like the high school fields. And I just think it's so fucking bizarre. And you
I used to have to sneak this in high school.
Exactly. And you can't you have to know the cops know what's going on.
Right. They're just outnumbered.
Right? So it's
what are they going to do? Arrest everyone who's
drinking?
Do they
not ticket everybody because then they'd have to, or they don't ticket somebody because they'd have to ticket everybody? Or do they not arrest one person because they'd have to arrest everybody? I bet
it depends like how blatant you are about it.
You're probably right too, as long as you're like cool with, like not being belligerent.
Yeah, be cool, keep it down, put it in a red Solo cup.
Be
that way
the
there's
Alaska
like some
drunk.
Right. I am not drunk. Put it in a red Solo cup so there's like some plausible deniability there.
Yeah.
That's what I learned when I got my drinking in public ticket outside Angel Stadium, which was absolute bullshit.
You had the can,
Yeah, he's like, if you'd had that in a red Solo cup, I could pretend I didn't know what was in there. So it's all about the plausible deniability.
Yeah. Or maybe they just allow it to be like, it's the most American day of the year. Just like allow you to do the most American thing.
Yeah.
That you can do.
Go do America.
Just drink in public.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves it.
It's my favorite thing about Vegas, drinking in public, man. There's nothing better.
No, it's pretty, everything's pretty fine there too, right?
In Vegas?
Yeah, because you can drink in public, it's not like people are too crazy. You don't get too many, you get Florida stories, you don't get drunk Vegas stories.
I think because, I don't know, people are fucking weird on the strip. They're not, grabbing an alligator out of an aquarium and running down the street trying to get it to bite people's heads off. They're in the corner doing cocaine dressed up as Spider-Man.
Well, when you say it like that, it makes more sense.
So, there's some weirdos. You walk down the strip, there's some fucking weirdos. It's just like in Hollywood. Just the strip in Vegas is longer than in Hollywood.
Well, that was when we went the last time. There were these. We were getting some tacos at Margaritaville, and there were these two girls.
Authentico.
Yeah, very the most authentico.
The muchoist.
See, but there are these two girls. They were okay looking. They weren't stars, but they had the handprints painted on their boobies.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But you would have to go pay to get a picture with them.
Right.
I'm going to tell you what, right? You cannot get me to pay you money for something like that, right?
Especially if they're covered.
They're covered.
Yeah.
Why am I paying to be next to them?
Right.
You just stand next to somebody wearing a shirt. It's the same goddamn thing.
Right. Well, that's if you find Spider-Man walking down the strip and you take a picture, he'll want $5.
Yeah, and the funny thing is too is he's in he's not even in the high-end Spider-Man costume.
Oh no, he's in a Target costume.
He is in the Target cheapo $20 costume.
Elastic rubber band around the mask.
Still, yeah, the Nike tennis shoes showing through the feet,
Not even blue Nikes, just white, dirty as fuck Nikes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I took a picture once in Hollywood. Same thing in Hollywood. If you go down to Hollywood, there's people in costume. They want money if you take a picture with them. And like, I took a picture of one spider. I have to do this up. This was like 15 years ago. Dude was legit wearing a diaper. Like, you could see the fucking puff in his
that's
underwear
so weird,
region.
man.
So he's just standing out there all day pissing himself so he doesn't have to like lose his spot on Hollywood Boulevard. So yeah, you know what I don't want to do? Pay $5 to sit next to you
To
your
smell
piss butt.
Yeah. Piss butt.
Like, people are fucking weird, man.
Piss butt
people-
man. Piss butt man does whatever a piss butt can.
Is he wet? Definitely is. And no, it's not the... Oh, sorry. Look out. Here comes the piss butt man.
Piss butt man.
So good.
It's so stupid.
People like that come out here for the first time, haven't been to California before, like, yeah, we're gonna go to Hollywood, and like, what do you suggest we do? Every goddamn time I'm like, do your best to not go to Hollywood. Like, Hollywood is absolute trash. There's nothing there to do. There's like a block and a half of cool, and it's what I just described, and then there's nothing. Like, unless you really want to go see Piss Butt Man.
Yeah, I was saying, I'm not gonna lie, dude. That does not sound that cool.
Yeah. Stay out of fucking Hollywood, man. Go cool places. Go to the beach. Go to like Santa Monica, San Diego, Santa Barbara. LA sucks. Brought to you by the Tourism Board of Los Angeles.
Visit LA.
Visit LA. So, well, that was, I was going to say, going back to the fireworks. Yes, Disneyland fireworks are better, blah, blah, blah. Can all the assholes who are importing illegal fireworks from Mexico, like not sort of illegal ones, because it's not legal to shoot off anything here. Like, you can't even have a sparkler because everything's so dry and burny.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But like I don't care about those. The assholes who have the ones that like look like a legit firework from a fireworks show that are shooting them off at 2 a.m, causing my dog to freak out. Can you all just take a long walk off a short cliff and maybe like visit Dildo Brewing and shove one up your ass as you go? Like, fuck you.
I agree to this only because I don't understand the excessive blowing off of fireworks.
Look, when I was a kid, like we'd get those like, I don't know what they call them, but like safe in quotes fireworks that like were sort of legal in some cities around us, not the city we lived in, but like you could go buy them from like a pop-up stand. And that was fun. And that's fine. You want to do that shit where it's like sparklers and little like Roman candles and that kind of shit, go for it. But like the stuff you're importing from other countries, enough. Like it sounded like they set it off like right outside our house. Like it echoed through the little alleyway that's behind our house. I legit threw my shoes and ran out there. I was ready to beat some ass. I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, too close to my car.
Yes.
I will murder.
Yes.
And also my dog is in here freaking out. So annoying. And they do it for like a week leading up. It's like, get a fucking life.
Isn't that annoying? And like also, that shit isn't cheap. Well, maybe if you're importing them from Mexico.
You're stealing them from Mexico, yeah.
But I mean, like if you've ever gone to a fireworks stand or a store.
Shit's expensive.
Yeah, it's like buy one, get 3 free. But you are still paying for all 4 of those, you know?
There's nothing free.
No, there's absolutely nothing.
Yeah, so I know I sound like fucking old man Greg over here, get off my lawn, but fucking get a life. And it's so stupid. You're not even celebrating the 4th of July. You're just blowing shit up because you can for some
Exactly.
reason. Fuck off. Anyways, on to happier topics.
Like
I had this prepared for you.
Ooh, you have something prepared.
Yes, you sort of brought it up, so I hope it didn't ruin anything, but it was your birthday last week.
It was.
Raise a glass, you've made it another year. Happy birthday. Have a laugh, crack a smile, even shed a tear. Because it's your birthday. Pop the cork, pour the flute, make a wish, and don't forget to count the candles. Now we celebrate with cheers. Raise your glass to another year. Raise your glass.
It's so loungy, I love it.
I do it. It's very feel good.
Yeah, exactly. So I hope you had a good birthday.
It was solid. Would you like to hear about my birthday?
Sure. You did some fun shit. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, it was, it was pretty decently fun. It woke up, went and hiked this really neat spot. It's about 40 minutes north of us. But it's right along Lake Michigan. It's my favorite place. I'm not a big hiker, but it's my favorite place to go get a hike in. And the kids love it once we get down to the lakefront, and it's great. And then on the way home, the wife was like, hey, are there any breweries around here that you want to go to?
Like, I bet I can find one.
I'm like, oh, gee, shucks. I already knew of one. And she actually Googled it, and she found another one, although it wasn't open until 3 p.m. and we were there early. But I was able to stop at Foxtown Brewing for the first time, and I had a flight of some of their stuff. Did a Hellas, a Hazy, Classic Flex. There was a Baja Blast themed seltzer.
Oh, is that blue beer I saw on the gram?
Yeah, that one.
That looked disgusting.
So it was way more blue raspberry than it was Baja Blast.
Okay.
But it was still pretty good.
Okay, that's good.
And
my wife saw it, and she holds up her phone. She goes, what the fuck is Flex drinking?
Oh, I love blue shit. Like, ever since I was a kid. I don't care what it is, man.
That's funny.
Pour me a glass of Windex. I might drink it.
All right, the amazing Jonathan over here.
So then they had a fruited sour that I didn't really care for, so I drank it really fast. But
is that the red one?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
I can't believe I remember this. Yeah.
No, I can. Stalker.
Bank.
But yeah, so it was a pretty solid beer. I wish I could have stayed there a little bit longer to explore a little bit more, but super solid stop. And then we went to the brewery game at the end of the night. So I got to finish it off there at AmFam Field. And I made it on the Jumbotron 3 times.
Oh, shit. You're that drunk? There's a belligerent guy over there.
We sat 11 rows behind the dugout, and there just so happened to be a cameraman in the section, like,
nice,
however many times, and every time we made it on the Jumbotron.
That's hilarious. We, we've been to like a million Dodger games, never made it on the Jumbotron, but one year, this is before I was with my wife, I went to a taping of the reboot of American Gladiators.
Cool.
Do you remember this when they brought it back? Like, like 15 years ago, or whatever it was. And my girlfriend at the time got tickets, and like they were free because it's a taping. But like she found a way to get tickets, and we invited a couple of their friends. We happened to be sitting in the section where like all the families of the competitors were. Okay. So every time there was like an interview with the wife and kids of like, how do you think Daddy did? We were right there. And because they only wanted to light like one scene instead of the entire section, all they did was just swap them out. So we didn't move seats, but every time they had a different competitor, they swapped the family in and out. And so every time they go to interview, we're like, on TV, just like staring up at our crotch, basically. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, good times. So.
Nice scratch.
Yeah, thanks. It's famous.
So my birthday was it was a super solid day.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that.
Very enjoyable.
That's the way it should be.
Absolutely.
All right. Oh, one last thing. As this drops, GABF tickets are officially on sale. So hopefully I got some. Hopefully I didn't get pushed out of line. Hopefully Vanessa's gonna go. We were talking about it this week even. Erica, excuse me, is definitely going, and if somehow we convince Flex to go, that'd be great.
I will try.
Want me to write a note to your wife? Would that help?
Maybe. Like a doctor's excuse?
Yeah, exactly. Dear Mrs. Flex.
Please do that. I'll give you the address, and you can even address it out to her, not even me.
Oh, yeah. No. I'll make it look like you had nothing to do with this.
I love it.
Yeah. Dear Mrs. Flex, please excuse Mr. Flex on the dates of September 20th through the 24th, as his presence is requested in Denver, Colorado.
That sounds super legit, very professional.
Yeah, I'll have ChatGPT write it so it sounds smart.
That's brilliant, man, because it will sound professional.
Exactly. I had someone text me something super awkward the other day, and I put the text message into ChatGPT and said, how should I respond? And it came up with a response for me.
Nah.
Yeah, it was great. It was like somebody was, it got a little serious, but didn't need to happen. And I was like, I don't know how to fucking respond to this. So AI for the win.
What a brilliant thing to do.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Because I am, I'm not an emotional guy. I was like, I don't fucking respond to this. Cool, thanks, man. So thanks, ChatGPT.
You put the text into ChatGPT and the response is, hey, cool, man.
Wow, it's really learning my personality. Hey, cool, man.
It knows me.
That'd be amazing. And then tries to sell me beer.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, all right. Before we get into any news, I think it's time that we answer probably the most important question of the evening.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
Well, to carry on the theme of the show, beers from friends.
Mm-hmm.
Beergirl Mel, Melissa, our friend.
Whatever her name is today.
Yeah, what is it? Is it Beergirl Mel?
Beergirl Mel, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll yell at us.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
Without
drinking District 96 Serpent Herders.
Mm.
Not hurters, but herders.
Right.
Sounds super Midwest of me. Herders.
Yes. Herder.
The can says...
Did they age it in a furter?
They did not age it in a fooder. Damn it. It is a Northeast triple IPA, 10.5% ABV. And I don't think there's a description on the can, but on Untapped, it says brew... This got to be fake because their English is horrible. Brew with our friends at Autodidact Brewing? Brewery. Not even brewery. Brewery.
Oh.
Easy drinking, 10.5 triple. They're not wrong. And
Well,
if this is a real beer, it's got a 4.3, which is super respectable.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into it. I mean, we've already been into it, but we're going to get into it some more. Like
really
it's
into it.
Third round or something like that.
Yeah.
So on the schnoz, this really caught me by surprise. It just sounds like smells like nothing but like mango. It is like 100% soaked in mango, like you're sniffing mango juice. It smells fucking delicious. And I know you're going to say, but hey, Flex, I thought you don't like mangoes.
Hey, Flex, I thought you don't like mangoes.
I don't like mangoes, but I like mango flavored shit.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Love the flavoring. It's fucking great. Put a mango in my mouth. I'm going to spit it back at you.
Yeah, mango flavored anything is delicious.
So we'll get the old tongue jobber in there.
It's got a great haze to it. A little bit of lacing too.
Yeah, the color on it's phenomenal. Minimal. I would say that's not minimal lacing. I'd say medium lacing.
Medium lacing. You know, a lot of times those triples get a little too dark because they had to add like too much grain in there to get the ABV up, but that's a nice, fluffy looking hazy.
Yeah, it's the mouthfeel is great. It's very soft. It's not as sweet as I like my triples to be. I'm a big fan of the overly sweet triples.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, the mango follows through on the palate, but it's not as powerful as the aroma, which is kind of a bummer, but it's still wicked easy drinking. There's zero sign of that 10.5% ABV. Like you would think this was probably a single IPA, not even kidding you.
Muy Dangeroso.
There is some malt backbone to it, which again, I'm not personally a fan of, especially in like a hazy, but it's not overpowering and it doesn't rub you the wrong way kind of malty.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, this is a super solid brew. Nice. And I would definitely drink District 96 again.
Yeah, I've had a few of those and good stuff.
Yeah, it really is. What is this? New York? Yeah. Oh, New City, New York. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, good. I hate the old city.
Yeah. Fuck the old city.
Fuck the old city. New city's the way to go. Dad jokes for days.
Now we got to look up to see if there is an old city, New York.
There's got to be, right? I mean, is there an old York and a new? Okay, I'll stop. It's so stupid. I want to give a shout out to Colorado Springs for being our top listening city last week.
Wow.
Yeah. I hope this isn't like, I got a bunch of family out there, so I hope it's not, just like family trying to be nice or something.
Does your family listen to the show?
I don't think so. Like maybe one of them does, but overall, let's be honest, like nobody I know wants to listen to me talk.
Your sister listens.
Yeah. She's like a good 6 months behind. So if I said like, hey, fuck you, in 6 months, I'm going to get a text message like, hey, that was really mean. All right. I don't know what you're talking about. No, 6 months ago.
Well, it's like an experiment now.
Yeah. We'll find out. I'm going to get a text message and I'm going to have no idea what she's talking about. Speaking of fuck you, the
Wow.
New Jersey New Jersey legislature approves a bill that would roll back restrictions against breweries in the state, but dickbag Governor Phil Murphy won't sign it.
Oh, come on.
He keeps saying he wants more reform done before he signs anything.
I don't understand this.
I don't understand him. Fuck
Like,
off.
What is the idea of punishing these establishments?
I went to his gram the other day and he had just posted this thing about like, oh, we're creating all these green jobs and blah, blah, blah. It was all about job creation. And I made some shitty comment about like, if you were so concerned about jobs, maybe you wouldn't fuck over the brewery so much because it's costing jobs.
Well, yeah, 100%.
So whatever. The ABC Alcohol Beverage Company, that's not right,
That's not right.
said they're going to stop enforcing, at least temporarily stop enforcing those restrictions against the brewery. So, hey, New Jersey breweries, just fucking party it up out there. Show as many football games as you want.
Yeah, dude, you should have like a marathon of just events. Right, like
Trivia every night. Woohoo!
Trivia karaoke, ladies' night, trivia karaoke.
What else can't? Oh, they can't like sell snacks, right?
Dude, I couldn't.
Wasn't it
even
something like
tell.
that? I think it was like they couldn't sell snacks. So just tons of beef jerky. You know,
I
like,
just assume they can't do anything.
that's true. You can hardly drink beer.
I mean, it's really sad.
It is. Glad I'm not in New Jersey. Fuck you, Phil. Governor Phil.
Governor.
Fuck you, Governor. Father's Day was the most valuable Sunday for beers so far this year. On-premise sales were up 8% compared to last year's Father's Day. And on-prem sales velocity increased 80% that day versus an average Sunday this year.
Huh.
So a lot of money was made by beer on Father's
Interesting.
Day.
On
Yeah.
Father's Day.
On Father's Day. Sunday, June 18th.
That's crazy.
Did your kids take you out on Father's Day for beer?
We went out the day after.
Oh, that's right. I took my dad out for a beer on Father's Day.
I guess
was
that's
part
a
of this.
pretty normal thing to do.
Yeah. What else are we going to do?
I don't know. I guess what I'm thinking of is like going to the liquor store and buying beer.
Well, this was on premise.
Oh, on premise. You did say that.
On prem. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is not liquor stores. This is breweries, restaurants, that kind of stuff.
That
Bars.
makes sense.
Yeah. Hopefully not at all related to Father's Day. Have you heard of Saucy, the alcohol delivery platform?
No.
Okay. Well, it's like Drizzly.
Drizzly. I was going to say, we know about the Drizzly one.
Yeah. Same type of thing. It's called Saucy. And now, in addition to your beverage needs, they would also like to deliver your sexual wellness products.
I was going to ask that.
This is not a joke. Their campaign says Saucy will come before you do.
That's so good.
So good. It says, we're thrilled to be expanding Saucy's brand beyond an alcohol delivery platform to an exclusive vice delivery platform. This is Chris Vaughn, their CEO and founder. We want Saucy to be seen as the tool belt for adults and the first delivery platform platform those over the age of 21 think of when they need quick and easy delivery of their favorite products.
Okay. So I can understand. Right? First, I can understand like the needs of alcohol, right? Favorite alcohol, beverage, whatever. But like B, favorite sex pleasure? Need
Condoms,
to-
lubes,
Okay,
other things.
I guess.
Here's the problem,
maybe.
though. Don't you order your beer and then need the condoms?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, who's going to order it on like one platter? Like, here's
One platter.
Here's your case of beer with a side of condoms. Like, that's just
Here's your
fucking
magnums, buddy.
weird. You know, like you don't like take a girl on a date and then it's like the waiter comes and serves the food and is like, "Oh, sir, and here are the condoms you've requested." Like, no.
I said dessert, not main entree.
But it's like that shit is, you're like 99% of the time it should be prepared and it should
Right.
be ready for wherever you are when that happens.
Yeah.
But like,
I remember my dating days.
yeah,
I came prepared.
I don't need to, and then you came prepared.
Exactly. Commas are important.
But that's just weird to me.
Yeah, it's funny. It's weird. I think so. The time limit on this, the whole like we come before you do is 60 minutes. And I love their fucking chutzpah to make their slogan, "We'll come before you do."
Well,
That
that's
is
brilliant.
fantastic.
I love it. But like, imagine this. So I'm sure it's all like online or like app
Right.
now. But could you imagine like calling this place, right? And just being like, yeah, we'll take a 6-pack 805 and you guys got some good bourbon? Yeah, just pick up some good bourbon. Hey babe, you want a vibrator with the yeah, we'll take a vibrator with that, a side of vibrator. Like, that's fucking weird to me.
Well, it'd be funnier as they get into like the weirder stuff. It's like, huh, what? Oh, the last butt plug was too small? Okay, do you guys have a bigger butt? Can you look at my order? Do you have a bigger one? Like a larger gauged butt plug that you could bring? It's like earrings. They're gauges.
It's bizarre to me. It's funny, and the slogan is probably top slogan I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it's a fantastic slogan. I'm beer for it, but yeah, good times.
But yeah,
good job on the slogan, but weird. Overall weird.
Yeah, I feel like 50 Shades of Grey was so like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Should have made this then.
Yeah, this is 50 IBUs of gray.
Hey.
All right. Beer all night, unfortunately. We'll end it with a list. See if we can piss off Flex before we wrap things up.
I love lists.
I know. This is actually multiple lists. The best beer cities in the U.S., and this is according to realestatewitch.com. And here's their criteria: breweries per capita, average price of beer, affordability of domestic beer, affordability of imported beer, average Yelp rating of breweries, average Yelp rating of bars, bars per capita, and finally, beer passion, which is scored on Google Trends data. That one I don't get.
It's a lot of info.
It is. So here's the top 10 real quick. Number 10, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
They do good beer.
They do some good beer out there.
Really good beer.
I've had some. Charlotte, North Carolina.
I've had some from there too.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville does some really good beer too.
You know firsthand. Number 7, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Wowza. Zach's flying out of his seat right now.
Yeah. Flying out of his hat. Number 6, Louisville, Kentucky. Number 5, not a huge surprise, Denver, Colorado.
No.
Number 4, New Orleans.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't think of New Orleans as a beer city, but I've never been, so I don't know.
Well, I guess we should go.
Okay, research. Number 3, Milwaukee.
Hey.
Yeah, look at you guys.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, that is really solid. Number 2, Cincinnati, Ohio. And number 1.
Let me guess. San Diego, California.
No, they're not even in the top 20. They're 21.
It's probably because of price.
Probably. It's our good friend Shred out there. Pittsburgh, PA.
Oh, wow. They do some solid beer.
Apparently. He even made one. He collabed with one the other day. So
yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah. So way to go. Didn't see that coming. They broke it down also into best like categories, like best IPA cities, best hef cities. So I'm not going to give you the list of each one. I'll just give you the number 1. Best IPA city. I have a huge beef with this one. Boston.
I don't know.
I'm not down. So San Diego's number 2. I think you can suck a dick. Best hef city. I don't care. Portland, Oregon. Best ale cities. This feels way too broad. Everything that's not a lager is an ale. But Orlando, Florida. Best saison city. Richmond, Virginia.
So weird.
I mean, it makes. I know like the East Coast is more saison-y than the West Coast is. Seems like, but
okay.
Hard pass for me. I don't. Whenever you can describe a beer as wet socks or wet hay, yeah. I'm out. Best Pilsner city, number 1, Portland, Oregon. Best stout cities, Pittsburgh, PA, number 1 again. Best Pale Ale cities, number 1, Seattle. And best lager cities, number 1, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not what I would have expected there.
I would like a little more information because that list makes me a little upset.
Okay. That's what I want to hear. I want Angry Flex. And then the final list from all these lists is the opposite, the 10 worst beer cities. Number 10.
I feel like your slogan should be, you're going to come before I do with all these lists.
Too late. Number 10, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Number 9, Roll Tide, Birmingham, Alabama.
I'm sorry, what is this for? I got too excited.
10 worst beer cities.
Oh, yeah, okay, right on. Bama.
Yeah.
Real tight.
Yeah, it makes sense. Number 8, Washington, D.C. Number 7, Atlanta, Georgia. Number 6, Sacramento, California. Sacramento's like the worst everything city.
Is it really?
Oh, I've been there once. It was, sorry, Erica. She lives outside of Sacramento. Sacramento's a shithole. Like there's either nothing to do or run from homeless people. Like and it's one of those business cities because it's where the capital is. So it's very government-y. So like weekends, nothing was happening. Weekdays after 5:30, nothing was happening. It's catering to the business and government.
You
people.
talk to somebody outside of California and you say, what's the first thing that crosses your mind when you hear Sacramento? You say Chris Webber.
Yeah. Best thing to come out of Sacramento. Other than that, Sacramento sucks. Number 5, Memphis, Tennessee. Number 4, Phoenix, Arizona. Number
Shocker.
3.
That's a shocker to me.
Phoenix?
Yeah, I've heard some good things about the beer scene in Phoenix. So
All right. Coley keeps going to Arizona for some reason to party. Number 3, Tampa, Florida. Number
Tampa
2,
Bay Beer Week.
Yeah. Number
Zack
2,
said go.
Riverside, California, which, Riverside is. It's where Breaking Bad was supposed to take place, but they didn't want to pay California taxes.
Oh, okay.
So they went to New Mexico. No joke. They were going to shoot it in Riverside. And then they're like, taxes are cheaper in New Mexico. We're going to New Mexico.
Well, when you said Riverside, you've said it all.
Yeah. By the way, no rivers. No rivers out there. And then number 1, Los Angeles, California.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
Have I told you I had to purposely get myself to stop saying wow like Owen Wilson?
Yes. You have to like think about it now.
I
right?
do.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I overplayed it. And then it just became like what I said.
Right.
So when anybody would say anything somewhat arousing, I'd be like, wow.
Hey, Flex, I'll come before you do.
Wow.
Wow.
By the way, and if anyone's wondering, the brewery of the month at Total Wine is it's Lagunitas.
Wait, the brewery of the month at Total Wine in Milwaukee area?
Yeah. I
Is
got an email.
Lagunitas?
Yeah, I got an email today. And it made me think of you.
Oh, thanks. Because it's not even craft beer.
Yeah.
So Heineken is your brewery of the year, or brewery of the week.
Blah.
Yeah. I can't support Heineken in their business practices.
No,
but
nobody can.
Yeah. Wow, that's
It's a good
something to chew on. Maybe we'll have some Lagunitas on the show
nice
next
finisher
week.
right there.
Yeah. What's that one that I actually liked from them? Can't think of it. Okay.
What, the
Been
something
years.
something?
Something was pretty decent. I was thinking of a pale ale. I don't remember. I'm going to stop trying because whatever. Lagunitas. Gonna say hi to Vanessa. Speaking of Florida, Tampa, Florida.
Hey, hi Vanessa. She's
Not
Miami.
that I know. I was gonna say not that she's Tampa. I just needed some minor connection in order to segue into hi Vanessa. So hi Vanessa. Hope you got your GABF tickets. I'll see you in Denver with Flex and Erica.
Yeah,
Dear
we'll see.
Mrs. Flex.
I'll record her reading the letter.
Reaction vid. Find us on the socials at FlexMeABeer _ in between. And of course, Craft Beer Republic, craftbeerrepublic.com, 805-538-BEER. And don't forget, Emo Fest this weekend at Naughty Pine, Saturday the 15th. Go headbang and get drunk and all that good stuff. So I do think that's everything. I hope everyone is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
Good night, everybody.